Hi! Welcome to the Cody Codex, hacked back into your life. Food is information. Food serves the purpose of fueling our bodies with energy. While most people think this is all that food does, food is much more than that. If information is energy, and everything is energy, food serves the purpose to fuel our bodies with energy, then that means food gives us information. So how does food affect us on a mental and physical level? Everybody knows that food affects us physically because if you eat too much, then you're going to get full, your stomach's going to expand out, and you're going to start putting on weight. This is a result of the physical attributes that it causes our bodies. However, there's a much less known fact that food causes us to be affected mentally as well. Whenever you eat something, let's use junk food as an example. Whenever we eat junk food, all of the chemicals and sugars and things inside of the food causes our minds to be cluttered. And my own personal experiences, whenever I would eat something like a box of cookies or a bag of chips or something like that, every time I would eat those, I would feel good for a little bit, but then I would crash later. However, when I found that I tried doing things that required cognitive thinking, it impaired my ability to think thoroughly through things. Thus, it not only would put weight on me, but it would also add to the inability to think clearly. So knowing this, we can see why people decide to do things such as go vegan. In my experiences, I've seen that there are many reasons of why we could become a vegan. Because the information we are taking in from the food we eat is very, very important. And a lot of people out there realize this and realize that when we eat such things as meat, we are consuming all of the information that is contained within the animals that are killed. If you look at how we produce meat in this country, there are mass producings, and these animals are kept in large buildings, and they are typically kept in cages just barely big enough for them to move. These animals don't have a very good way of life. They don't have the proper shelter that they need. They don't have the room to grow and expand, to move around. These animals don't have the right amount of nutrients that they need. Also, they aren't taken care of like they should be. Therefore, the energy that these animals take in is a very negative and fear-based energy. As such, once this energy gets inside of the animal, based on its environment and everything it is experiencing and putting in its body, we are then going to consume these meat products, and everything that they had before they died, all the energy that they had from all the thoughts and everything they are feeling, we are going to absorb all of this energy into our bodies. And so all the information we are absorbing is in a sense going to be very fear-based. You might not believe me when I say this, but this can be proven because if you've ever studied physics and studied some of Einstein's work, he proved that energy and matter are the same thing using his special theory of relativity, which is E equals mc squared. Many of us are familiar with the equation. I remember hearing it throughout school without knowing what it meant. But basically that's what it means. Energy and matter are equal. So, if you apply this concept to the idea that food is information, you can see that all of the energy that is inside of the animals is never going to be destroyed. All the energy inside of the animals is simply going to be transferred. And by you consuming the meat products from these animals, it is going to transfer the energy from the animal into your body. So all this energy that they had is now going to be a part of you. So to go back what I originally started talking about, why people become vegan. Whenever you look at Mother Nature is very nurturing. And she provides us with everything we need in order for us to survive and to give us the right amount of nutrients and proper energy that we need in order to thrive. The reason is because, like any mother, Mother Nature serves to protect us and serves to give us the right things we need in order for us to thrive. There is no fear in nature. It is just pure, loving energy. It's pure, it's neutral. It allows for us to learn from it so we can grow. We have tainted the energy in our society by mass producing millions of animals every single day and killing without remorse. There is a massive movement going around that has to do with GMOs. What is a GMO? You might have heard the term, but do you actually know what it means? A GMO is a genetically modified organism. GMOs are something that is man-made. It is a way for us to genetically modify foods. So why is this bad? Whenever we change the genetic structure of something, it alters the nutritional value that it offers us. It becomes more of a man-made and artificial thing, so that we don't benefit as much from the nutritional value that it has to offer us. The information these plants provide us with is vital to our development. But as soon as we alter the genetic structure of these plants, it changes the nutritional value. Therefore, we aren't able to receive the same information as we originally would have. It breaks down the nutritional value so that we don't get the full benefit from it. Many people will argue that we use GMOs in order to help feed more people in the world, when in fact there is more than enough food to go around. What Mother Nature has to offer us is perfection. It helps us see who we truly are by giving us the vital information we need. By altering these things, we are limiting the information that we are able to receive. Therefore, we are not able to get back to our roots and discover who we truly are. You see, we are in a state of amnesia. We are constantly trying to find out who we are. But there are people out there that want to suppress this information. They want to keep us ignorant to what is really going on in the world and to what is going on inside of our bodies. This is only one of the reasons that GMOs are bad. Not only do they change the genetic structure and limit the information we receive, but they also pour loads of chemicals into these foods so that we are not able to think properly and function at our fullest potential. These chemicals have a number of side effects that take place inside of our bodies. It keeps our bodies from being able to become its greatest. Therefore, we are limited to what we can do in this life because our minds are not where they need to be. By taking in the proper foods, that is, organic and natural occurring foods, we are able to sustain a healthy lifestyle and tap into our full potential. It seems that there is a stigmatism towards organic foods, that only people who are hippies or people who are vegans seem to eat these. But this is not the case, because organic food is what is natural. We should all be taking in these naturally occurring foods, because we should all be striving to reach our true potential. As long as we are taking in GMOs and taking in these foods loaded with chemicals, we're never going to do that. So this is not only holding us back on a physical perspective, but also on a mental perspective as well. Although they are putting things in our foods, it is ultimately up to us to decide what we put in our bodies. We have the choice as to what we eat, what we drink, what information we consume. Everything we pass into our bodies has an effect, both mentally and physically. So we must know that in order for us to become who we need to become, we need to focus on putting the right things in our bodies, which means focusing on eating the right foods that will give us the proper information we need. By taking in the proper information will allow us to become extraordinary, to become who we truly are supposed to be. Even though it can be difficult to find the right foods to consume, it is definitely possible. We can all make an effort to change the way in which we eat today by purchasing only organic and natural foods instead of processed and chemically loaded foods. Also, we can all start by growing our own foods. I've even seen some communities that have gardens throughout the town for anybody to come and pick foods off of. If we could do this and start spreading the information to other people, it would help us not only grow individually, but as a collective. When you make the right choice to consume the proper foods, you are choosing the right programming that you need in order to become your greatest version. This is Cody Mann with the Cody Codex. May infinite growth and prosperity fill each and every one of your lives. Remember, all of the answers we seek are only found inside of us. So don't be afraid to go within. Love and light to you all. Namaste, my friends.